I talked to an old client of mine earlier today, and he was I asked him how things were going. He kind of gave me a rundown. Was like, hey man, I had a rough patch in my life and I gained a bunch of weight back. You and I worked together and I crushed it. And I've really gone through a lot in the last few years. And I gained 50, 60 pounds back, and now I'm struggling again. And I'm like, so, what's your next step? And he proceeds to tell me that he'd started on Weight Watchers. And Weight Watchers can be a very effective system. Now, what I want you guys to know is that there's 1,000,001 ways to skin a cat. And there's also 1,000,001 ways to lose weight. But the issue is that most people, and I've touched on this before, we're a society who's looking for immediate gratification. The only immediate gratification that exists is when you're stressed out and you eat a damn bowl of ice cream. That's immediate gratification. You ain't gonna get shit other than that. So if you're looking for overnight success, it doesn't exist. But what I wanted to do is expand on that a little bit. So I'm asking him, hey, what's going on? How are things going? It's like I'm hit this rough patch. I'm struggling with my health right now, and I started Weight Watchers about 2 weeks ago, and I've already lost 5 pounds. And I'm thinking to myself, well, shit, you've already lost 5 pounds. So what's the issue? He's like, I feel good. I'm doing good. 5 pounds in 2 weeks. I'm finally getting results. And the very next question out of his mouth was, so what are your thoughts on intermittent fasting? And I'm like, wait, to me, I'm thinking, you just told me that you lost 5 pounds in 2 weeks, and now you're already looking for something else. You're looking for a new source. And it's frustrating for me because, as I've preached in the past in this group, and I'll continue to preach, is that consistency is key. But you're not going to get consistent without gaining a little bit of confidence. Nobody, until you start to see a little bit of results, or at least feel a difference in the way that the way that you feel and your well-being, it's hard to gain that confidence and become consistent. But it's all about momentum, and you can't gain confidence and consistency without momentum. This guy's got momentum, man. He's got 5 pounds down in 2 weeks. That's momentum. But we live in a society where everybody wants that quick fix, that immediate gratification. And I'm like, I had to pause and really, because it dawned on me. I'm like, wait a second, man. You just told me about your victory and how you're winning, but you're already looking for more answers or different answers. And so he says, yeah, I know, I really should stick to the plan. And so one thing leads to another. We go our separate ways. I wish him the best. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I get off the phone with this guy, and I can already, and I wish him the best. Like, the guy, he's got a long road ahead, and I want him to do well, but I can already predict what's going to happen, and it's sad. He's going to quit Weight Watchers. He's going to try intermittent fasting. He's going to get some results. Then he's going to skip around. He'll probably try keto. And then it'll be Whole30. And it's this consistent bouncing from one thing to another, and it just doesn't work. Like, if you want to have solid results, you need to follow a solid plan. Weight Watchers can be a very solid plan. Does it align with my beliefs? Not exactly, but that doesn't mean it's wrong. People have a ton of success on Weight Watchers. It's a very, it's one of the longest standing weight loss programs that there are. And they've changed the point system recently, and the guy could have success, but he's already looking for that overnight success, and overnight success just doesn't exist. It's all about building that momentum. And you guys know, even within business, you know that when you start building some momentum in your business, you start to gain confidence, and then it gives you that extra push to keep pushing further when times get tough. You're like, well, shit, I saw it working for a little while. Now I've hit a rough patch. It's time to put in more effort. And for him, it's that, it's just looking for that next answer, that immediate gratification. That there's no overnight success when it comes to health and weight loss specifically. It just doesn't exist. So the point of this message is to really urge you guys to try to, this is all walks of life. It doesn't matter where you're at. I mean, try to stick to a plan. When you come up with a plan, and you know this, you've heard this before, those without a plan are essentially planning to fail. But when you have a plan in place, stick to that plan so that you can gain that momentum. the momentum is huge for your success. And when you can finally start to see a little bit of results, then it almost becomes an addiction, especially when it comes to health. And I'm not saying it doesn't necessarily have to be an unhealthy addiction.